What is money? Money is something that we use every day, whether it's for buying groceries, paying bills, or simply just saving it for the future. But have you ever thought about what it actually is and where it comes from? In this video we will be discussing the concept of money, its history, and how it has evolved over time. So let's start with the basics. Money is defined as a medium of exchange that is widely accepted in transactions for goods and services. In simpler terms, it is something that we use to buy things that we need or want. However, money has not always existed in the form that we know it today. The earliest form of money was in the shape of bartering, where people would exchange goods for other goods. For example, if someone had a cow and wanted some wheat, they would trade the cow for the wheat. However, bartering had its limitations. It was difficult to determine the value of goods, and not everyone had something to trade. Therefore, a more standardized form of money was needed. This is where the concept of coins and paper money came into existence. Coins were introduced as a form of currency around 700 BC in the Lydian civilization, and paper money was first introduced in China in the 7th century AD. Coins and paper money were easier to carry around and had a fixed value, making transactions simpler and more efficient. Today, money is mostly in the form of digital currency, which can be used for online transactions. This has revolutionized the way we use money, making transactions fast and more convenient than ever before. Now you might be wondering who controls the supply of money. The answer to that is governments and central banks. They have the power to create and regulate the money supply, and they do this by controlling interest rates and the amount of money that's in circulation. But at the end of the day, it's just a number on a screen or paper, because as soon as people no longer assign any value to the numbers, the whole system collapses. What is inflation? Inflation is defined as a sustained increase in general price level of goods and services in an economy over a period of time. In other words, it is the rate at which the price of goods and services are increasing. When inflation occurs, the purchasing power of money decreases, which means that each unit of currency buys fewer goods and services than it did before. How is inflation measured? Inflation is measured by calculating the percentage change in the price level of a basket of goods and services over a period of time. This basket of goods and services is called the Consumer Price Index, CPI, which includes items such as food, housing, transportation, and healthcare. The CPI is calculated by taking the price of each time in the basket and rating it based on its importance in the average consumer's budget. Causes of inflation. There are various causes of inflation, including: first, demand pull inflation. This occurs when the demand of goods and services exceeds the supply, leading to an increase in prices. Second, cost push inflation. This occurs when the cost of producing goods and services increases, leading to an increase in prices. Third, increase in money supply. When the government prints more money, it can lead to an increase in money supply, which can cause inflation. Effects of inflation. Inflation can have both positive and negative effects. Some of the positive effects of inflation include: first, increased employment. When the economy is growing, there is usually an increase in employment opportunities. Second, increased investment. Inflation can encourage people to invest their money in assets such as stocks, real estate, and commodities. Third, debt relief. Inflation can reduce the real value of debts, make it easier for people to pay off their loans. However, inflation also has negative effects, including: first, reduced purchasing power. As the price of goods and services increases, the purchasing power of money decreases. Second, reduce savings. Inflation can reduce the real value of savings, make it more difficult for people to save for the future. Third, reduced investment. High inflation can discourage people from investing in long-term assets such as stocks and bonds. In conclusion, inflation is a complex economic phenomenon that affects us all. Understanding its causes and effects is essential for making informed financial decisions. Money has become a long way since the days of bartering. It has evolved into various forms, from coins and paper money to digital currency, making transactions easier and more efficient. Money is an essential part of our daily lives, and understanding its history and evolution can help us appreciate its value even more. That's all for today's video. I hope you found this informative, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more informative content. Thanks for watching.